Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Neil Baker. How are you, Neil?
I've been in better moods, John.
Why is that, Neil?
Well,
Fed up after today's result?
yeah. I mean, it's not about the result today. It was about the performance and how disciplined we were today. We spent over half an hour in the change rooms afterwards, not ranting and raving, because of the fact that we can't defend, but because of the way we reacted to the referee after Tuesday night. Everyone was really frustrated with the referee Tuesday night. We felt that he gave a couple of decisions against us, which probably helped influence the result. However, we don't accept what Jake did. Jake has put his hands up. He was completely bang out of order on Tuesday night, and our discipline's gone over the last two games. It's been excellent all season in terms, we've not had one straight red card, and we've gone and had three in the space of two games, and it's unacceptable. Reece York has cost us today. Brett Donnelly's, he's well known for antagonising defenders, and that's part of his game, and he's very good at it. We both said, myself and John both said to Reece before the game today, do not react to him. Just go and play your game, go and defend against him, and 12 minutes into the game we're down to 10 men because Reece is ill-disciplined and he's kicked out at Brett Donnelly on the floor. He said he felt that it was as he was coming down, but I saw it, and as far as I'm concerned, it was a straight red card, and
throws the game's plan into disarray.
Absolutely, we didn't have an awful lot of luck. Unfortunately, Chris Henry's brother had a car accident today, and ended up having to go to hospital. So we lost Chris at about 1:45, which changed obviously the shape and our starting 11. And then unfortunately, Reece has gone and done that, and I won't pull any punches. We told him in the change room it's unacceptable, and it's cost us the game today. But that wasn't the only thing. We defended terribly today, absolutely diabolical. Every single set piece, we were under pressure. We didn't deal with.
Is there anything you can put your finger on?
Yeah, we can't defend properly.
But as a root cause of it,
it's lack of communication. It's lack of experience probably more than anything. Bit of know-how in the game, and it's been a problem all season. It's something that we do know, and it's something that we will rectify for next season. It's without a shadow of a doubt, we need to get somebody experienced in the back. Somebody like a Woos, who we've massively missed, and it's about the organisation, the communication, and
leadership on the
pitch, and we just haven't had that. And we've conceded 72 goals now, and that's unacceptable as far as we're concerned. And it's I'm fed up with saying it. This constant. We went 1-0 down today from a corner unchallenged. Sean's been pulled off the post by somebody, and told to mark, and he hasn't marked the guy, and the guy's got a free header and scored a goal. It's basic defending, and at the end of the day, it's very, very frustrating. It's not that we don't see it, because we do see it, and we will deal with it. It's as simple as that. I'm absolutely furious today.
So where does that leave you now for the next few games and moving on? Obviously, you've got some suspensions now to serve over the rest of the weeks, and obviously some tough games still remaining. Yeah,
absolutely. We've got 6 games left, and we're not. As we said to them today, we will not accept what happened today. The discipline. We had 2 booked for dissent today, and it's not on. And we've told people that anyone that's cautioned for dissent will have a big fine between now and the end of the season. It's something that's been pretty good, but we're just not going to accept it getting out of control. And you only need a couple of games and few people to start picking up dissent bookings, and it becomes a problem. And we're going to stamp on that and make sure that doesn't happen. It's a real bad day as far as I'm concerned. We didn't play even when we had the ball today. We gave the ball away. I said to the lads at the end, we looked like a side with no ideas today, and you look at the last 2.5 games, and we've actually done all right. So they let themselves down. The problem was we actually started the game quite well. The first 7-8 minutes we started well, and then we gave away an absolute cheapest goal from the corner, and then ill discipline from Reece has cost us. And
did anyone come out with credit from today?
Eddie Smith did. I know he scored 2 goals, but he worked hard up front. On his own second half, and him and Scott worked quite hard first half. And I feel sorry for Dan Reed. We had to sacrifice Dan to bring Billy on. After 11, 12 minutes, we've given him his first start, and he's had to come off after 12 minutes. I feel desperately disappointed for him. But other than Eddie today, I don't really think there was many that can come out with any credit. I felt Eddie still had a go and worked hard, and he got his just rewards with 2 goals. But it was a poor performance. And unacceptable from our point of view.
And how do you now work the squad between now and the end of the season to kind of try and achieve some of the goals that you want and get some more victories under your belt?
Well, listen, we can't do an awful lot. There's not an awful lot we can do in terms of bringing players in. Obviously, the deadline's gone, so we are what we are until the end of the season, and there's definitely a number of players that are playing for their futures at Slough Town, and that's not me just saying it. It's bang on. And they've got to liven themselves up and sharpish and start putting in better performances than what they did today. Because I can accept defeat, but I can't accept the way we were defeated today, and I can't accept our ill discipline.
And what's training this week going to look like? Hard running?
They'll be having a tough physical session on Tuesday, and then we'll be getting them in on Thursday as well. And they're going to have a tough week ahead of a tough weekend. It's going to be a tough weekend with St Neots and Hungerford. And listen, we don't. We're not the type of managers that sit there and say we expect to win games of football week in, week out. We know we're at a tougher level and things like that. But what we do expect is hard work and honesty. And I don't think we got that today.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your very open or very forthright views this evening, and I look forward to catching you up, hopefully in a slightly better mood next week.
Yeah, I hope so, John.
Cheers.